Today, we have a small video on one of my favorite Conan beasts, everyone's favorite gorilla-shaped turtles known as Shalebacks in the West and Kappas in the East. They feature in a variety of different Conan media, especially in the Dark Horse comics, the exiled lands of Conan Exiles, and the Katai areas in Age of Conan as side enemies. If we look a little closer at their behavior, more than just their bodies take after great apes. Very similar to gorillas, the males fight for the best mate, thus being called shellback kings upon victory, while the females raise the children, keeping watch over them in a shoreline area after they hatch from eggs roughly the size of a human head. The children are adorable. In the exiled lands, the shellback hatchlings and adult females are one of the only larger passive animals. Despite coming from an aquatic background in their evolutionary history, living on land has changed their digit structure so that after generations of dealing with rough terrain, their hands and feet are no longer webbed. The upper body possesses powerful arms with 5-fingered hands, and the lower body possesses hind legs that resemble something akin to their quadrupedic ancestry and are very similar to something like a dinosaur. While due to the sizable claws of their upper digits, we can assume this to be a primarily offensive adaptation, with the thumb-like digit again just kind of being a leftover from their days as turtles. However, this would still give them a great advantage in dealing with more complex physical problems like getting fruit down from trees or fishing for food in shallow water with their claws similar to bears. As their mouth structure most readily resembles the common snapping turtle and they display something of both empathy for their young along with a complex sociodominance hierarchy, we can assume a level of intellect on par with great apes, making this also a case of neuroconvergent evolution. The horns on kings are likely similar in nature to the antlers of stags, being used in part to fight for dominance as well as mate attraction in terms of their size among males. Lastly, on their anatomy, their shells over time have become plating, which acts as a natural protection for their torso and shoulders, thus heavily increasing the protection of their vital organs when paired with their increasingly rugged exterior from their battle-based lives. While Western shellbacks tend to be brown, red, green, or blue, Eastern kappas tend to be slightly skinnier on average, while coming in many tropical patterns. While I was hoping there was more to these creatures, they merely are one of the many diverse fauna of the Hyborian Age.